Hi. So last lecture we have started unit 1.4 REVATHI'S musical plants. Okay. So far we studied that Revati was a student of music. He used to play violin, and once she noticed that her plants in the courtyard they respond to music, especially her favorite tune Mohanam. Whenever she plays Mohanam tune, these plants they respond. Okay, they bend towards Revati, and then uh, after a few days there were a competition, best plant competition contest was there, in which she had taken participate, and the result declaration day, prize distribution day was there, and to her surprise, when she goes to the what courtyard, there she noticed that there is neither pot nor plants. Somebody has taken her plants. Okay, up to that we had seen. She was very nervous and very disappointed. Why? Because she was quite sure that she would win prize for the best plant contest, and that on actual day she lost her plants. Revati's grief knew no bounds. She went around asking every one of her neighbors, but no one had been anywhere near the pot of plants. Her grief means her sorrow, unhappiness, okay, knew no bounds. Bounds means have no limits. Means her grief, her unhappiness, her sorrow knew no bounds. Means deeply she had nervous. She was unhappy deeply because she had lost it. Suppose you will lose anything your favorite. How would you feel? You will simply cry. She asked everywhere, one of her neighbors. She asked, but no one had been anywhere near the pot of the plants. Means nobody has seen her plants. She could not launch a complaint for a pot of plants. She could lodge means to register. She could not register complaint in police station for losing means a pot of plants. How to register complaint for the theft of plants? So she couldn't do that. She felt as though everything was lost. She didn't mind not getting the prize, but she really missed her plants. She had grown very fond of them. They were her friends who enjoyed her music. She was not disappointed that she lost the prize. No, but the plants were her friends. Why? Because they were responding a music favorite tune. So she was brought up with the plants. She was playing with them. She was living with them, and now she was thinking that everything is lost now. That evening, all her friends were going to the prize distribution ceremony. Okay, prize distribution ceremony. That evening, all friends were going. She didn't want to attend, but her friends forced her to. After reaching the palace, she went to the benches where the potted plants were displayed. She didn't want to go that prize distribution. Why? Because everything is over now. She has lost her plants, very beautiful plants, and then what? Why to take there? Means what to take there? Why to go there for that prize distribution? But her friends forced to go, and as she reaches there, then she went to see the benches where the pots of flowers or plants were arranged. Revati was shocked when she was looking the plant. She was shocked. There was her pot of plants on bench. Why she was shocked? There was her pot, her own pot on a bench with the name of distant neighbor of hers as the competitor written on small piece of cardboard and placed it in the soil. But what was the idea? Their name written on that plant was a far neighbor, okay, of Revati. Here it is told with the name of distant neighbor. Distant means there it is. Oh, it's not good. म्हणजे तो दूरचा जो काय होता जो शेजारी होता त्याच्या नावावरती काय झालेलं होतं ते प्लांट जे आहे ते एका कार्डबोर्डवरती नाव लिहून ते प्लांट तिथं अरेंज केलेलं होतं. प्लेस्ड इन द सॉइल. द सॉइल इट वॉज प्लेस्ड. She knew it was her pot of plants. She went to the organizers of the show and told them about it. Now she was sure, quite sure, because easily she identified her plants. Okay, so she went to the organizers and she told that this plant is mine. Somebody has stolen my plant and kept on another's name. Okay, so what about it? How is it possible? The organizers were not convinced. They said organizers they were not convinced. They didn't accept. They didn't accept that those plants belong to Revati. How can you say that? How can you prove that these plants are yours? How can you prove that the plants are yours? The lady who submitted them is a regular participant. How can we doubt her? How can we believe that those plants belong to you? How can you prove that? Because the lady which has submitted those plants, she is a regular participant. Every year she takes part in this contest. How can we doubt her? आम्ही तिला कसं आता विचारू की बाबा हे तुझं नाही काय म्हणून, कारण ती आमची रेग्युलर काय आहे, ती पार्टिसिपंट आहे. Revati wondered how to convince them. She sat there for a few minutes looking at the plants. The sight of the plants bending towards her while she played her violin flashed across her mind. Now in a disappointment she sat on the bench and she was thinking. Suddenly an idea struck in her mind. Okay, what was that? When she used to play her favorite tune, these plants respond or they bent towards Revati. The idea suddenly flashed over her mind. She told the organizers that she could prove the plants were hers. She ran home. When she returned a few minutes later with a violin in, they started laughing. And she told the organizers she will prove that these plants belong to me. And she left home to bring something. We know what she was going to bring. She was going to bring violin, and after some time she came back, or she came in with violin, but all started laughing. Why? Because she had taken the violin. Then how can she prove that with violin those plants belong to her? Okay, so they started laughing, but their ridicule didn't deter her from her mission. She told them, I know my plants and I share a secret with them. My plants are music lovers like me, and you could see how they respond when I play to them. Their ridicule means there it is, making fun of. But their ridicule didn't deter her from her mission. She told them, she could not change her mind. She didn't change her mind. They were laughing. She didn't lose her confidence. Okay, as they are laughing, how can I now prove that? No. Deter means discourage. The laughing of the people didn't discourage her mission. Mission means and task to proving something. She told, I know my plants. My plants are music lovers. When I play my favorite tune, they respond me. They bend towards me. Okay, what was I telling? That they ridicule, laughing of the all participants or all audience could not change her mind. She was firm that I am going to prove these plants belong to me. They all laughed louder, saying that they had ever heard of plants enjoying music. Again, more loudly, they started laughing at Revati, as they never heard plants respond music. They started laughing. They asked her, "Do plants have ears like us to enjoy your music?" Means they taunted her. Yeah, what? Do plants have ears like us to enjoy your music? असं असतं का कुठं? They asked. No one believed her, and no one in that program believed Revati. She felt very dejected but was determined to win her plants back. She felt very dejected. Dejected means sad or disappointed. She felt very disappointed, very nervous. All those were laughing at her, but she was determined. She was confirmed. She was confident to win those plants back. She sat near her plants with her violin and slowly started playing her favorite raga, Mohanam, engrossed in her music. Revati even forget her plans for a time, and she was deeply, very concentrating. She was playing violin. Even she forget or she forgot the plans too. So deeply she was so concentrating. She was playing the violin, but the others could not. Revati even forget her plans for a time, but the others could not. With the wonder in their eyes, they watched the plants straight at first and they bent slightly. But बाकीच्यांच्या डोक्यात चकित काय झाला? जाळ झाला. Okay, why? Because in the beginning the plants were straight. As the favorite tune was started, suddenly they bent towards Revati. So all were surprised, astonished, amazed. Straight at first they bent slightly. As she played on and on, their stems bent towards Revati as though they wanted to touch her in their happiness. See, she went on playing and playing, and plants bent towards her as if they want to touch Revati in their happiness. The organizers were stunned. They had watched a new. Organizers were surprised, astonished. Something new they saw. Phenomenon of plants responding to music and Revati had become a great discoverer. Phenomenon means an occurrence or wonder, adbhut ghatna. Adbhut ghatna. What was that? Responding, that plants respond to music, and Revati had become a great discoverer. That music means what? Plants respond music. Who had discovered that? Revati. So that was a great phenomenon. They all applauded her and said they were convinced that the plants were hers. Applauded, they clapped, they praised Revati. They pulled up her neighbor for cheating them, and she accepted after a long argument that she had stolen Revati's plant. Neighbor lady, after a long argument, she accepted that she had cheated. She had stolen the Revati's plants, and they looked very beautiful. She said while walking past Revati's house, she had spotted the plants and had removed the pot in the night to her house and submitted it later for the contest. As she was a regular participant, no one doubted her. She told the whole story that I was passing by the Revati's house. I noticed the beautiful plants, and at night I took them to my house and submitted on my name. As I am regular participant, no one would doubt, I misused this, and everything happened. She accepted that. The authorities decided that Revati's plants deserved the first prize as they were the best looking and healthy. Revati carried home the prize proudly with her pot of plants, and very proudly she carried the prize too, as well as her friends plants. Okay, so this was the story. I hope you might have understood Revati's musical plants. Okay, this story. Now English workshop, you have to do that. Read the story, complete the following. At first, these plants didn't look normal and healthy because maybe they were not getting the proper sunlight, like that. You find out the correct answer. I will just give hint. When Revati played her favorite raga, the plants began to move because they loved music. When Revati played her favorite raga, plants began to move. Means they loved music. They respond to music. Revati's grief knew no bounds because she had lost her favorite plants. Revati was confident of proving her ownership of her pot of plants because she knew that her plants respond music, and if that happens, the organizers too would believe that those plants belong to Revati. Revati won the prize for the best plant because she proved that those plants were of Revati, and also her plants were best looking and healthy. So, answer in your own words. What did Revati discover about her balsam plants? What did Revati discover about balsam plants? The means they respond music like that. You find out the answer. Huh? I am just giving a hint. Why did she decide to keep her new knowledge a secret? Because once if she shares this secret to others, then others will steal her plants, or something wrong can happen. Okay. How did the plants respond when Revati played her favorite tune? They bent towards Revati. How did Revati prove the organizers of the competition that the plants truly belong to her? In the previous question we have seen. Okay, this question we missed. How did the plants react to the fast rhythmic music? They turn immediately. Okay, as if they didn't like the changed tune. Okay. What helped Revati to claim her plants? Her belief in magic, or in belief her conviction? Explain your choice. Means you have to tell here what helped Revati to claim her plants. Her belief in magic, म्हणजे तिचा जादू वगैरे याच्यावरती विश्वास होता, की तिची तपश्चर्या वगैरे आपण म्हणू, किंवा तिची श्रद्धा वगैरे म्हणू म्युझिकवरची किंवा झाडांवरची, त्या श्रद्धामुळे तिला असं वाटलं. हां, दोन्हीपैकी काय, जादू की श्रद्धा? A word chain consists of words of certain category that begin with the letter that the previous word has ended with. Complete the word chain adding 4 nouns from the text. Means word chain. Last letter of that previous word you have to think, and from that last letter you have to write a new word of that category. Okay. Now music. Courtyard means from the text you have to find out. D, from D, now many words are there. D, dejected, like that. Nouns you have to write. Nouns. From D you have to write, which begins with D. Okay, you find out, because I will need time for it. Remaining questions we have to do. If afterwards again next lecture we will discuss these questions. Okay, because it has too long, so we will discuss it next period. Okay, thank you.